They want to make America socialist, or even worse, first socialist and then communist. Trump, I love what he said. He said that socialism is never going to be part of the U.S. And that is a big deal because I can see how there's people in the Congress like AOC and other congressmen and Pelosi, and other people that are trying to push socialism. People don't even understand what socialism is. They don't understand that. They think that we're stupid. We're not stupid because we're brown. We are very intelligent and we can take our own decisions. When you are trying to make rules that are going to govern over any type of industry, that becomes socialism. So one of the first things in the 1940s that happened in Mexico was that the government started putting rules over the oil and gas industry. And then they took all of the companies that were independent and then they make them into the Mexican oil and gas company that was called Pemex. And Pemex, this oil and gas company from Mexico, the funds were going to be used for the hospitals and for colleges, so that everybody had college for free, and then everybody had on hospitals, like, medical services for free. So that sounds great, right? But the problem is that a bunch of bureaucrats are running the company, the oil and gas company, and you can research this online. They're like terrible. What happened was after the 1940s, they started, giving money for colleges and for hospitals. The hospitals are like the worst in the world. Just as evidence, COVID, like people that are getting sick in Mexico, they're dying because there's not a good healthcare. And people will prefer to have their own healthcare there. They had a bunch of healthcare, private healthcare, that instead of going to the socialist, to the state healthcare, they go and pay, because they just want to make sure. And then in colleges, so I paid like $150 a semester for my college degree. You cannot find jobs. Okay, so you had a bunch of people that are educated, lawyers, doctors, that were driving taxis because you will make more money driving taxis than being a lawyer or a doctor. And I don't want to see that in America. So what happened with the years is that Mexicans, that were educated, you start instead selling tacos or being taxi drivers, things like that. And then the cartels came. And then they offer a lot of the youth a bunch of money for selling drugs. And we had friends that were involved in cartels and then they got killed.
How did you feel that night?
Super sad. I cried. I was ready with my cake to celebrate Trump win because I was sure that Trump was gonna win. And I just felt terrible. If you just kind of like check what's going on with the Venezuelans, a bunch of them came to America. They are doing exactly the same thing because they want to take over our country. They want to make America socialist, or even worse, first socialist and then communist. They want to do that. And I believe that, honestly, they want world dominion. They want communism to be all around the world. And if they take America, I think that they're going to take the whole world. I mean, it's my opinion, because I know, like, for example, in 2008, I was working in a marketing firm in Mexico. And I remember when the 2008 crisis came, I was sitting down in the building and I was just watching hundreds of people coming with their boxes because America was in a crisis, in the house crisis, and then it affected us. When America gets a cold, Mexico gets a pneumonia. And that's what people don't understand. What happens here, if the economy goes bad here, in other countries in South America, it's going to be worse. If you want to be nice, if you love other races, if you love other countries, if you want to not be selfish, we need to keep America capitalist. We need to keep it free, because America, it's also a beacon of light. Okay? When I came here to America, I was totally liberal. And I came here and I started learning about what capitalism is, because I didn't even know that Mexico was not capitalist. I didn't even know. I had to learn by comparison. And then when I learned, I was free, because I learned that I can be responsible for my own decisions. And that was the most amazing and most free.
Good morning, America, guys. Let's make one thing clear to the media here. It is not Joe Biden who's the president of the United States. They don't decide that. We decide that. Every single person here. The media doesn't tell us who the president is. CNN doesn't tell us who the president is. We decide who the president of these United States is, and we have decided Donald J. Trump is our president. He's our president. He's our president. There will be 4 more years of this president. Just a week ago, I was proud to cast the first ballot of my life for this president. And I will not allow that vote to be stolen. I will not allow them, through their nefarious tactics, to steal this election away from the American people. Because if we let them do it again, if we let them do it now, they'll do it 4 years from now. They'll do it again and again and again. We will lose our country. We will lose our democracy. But what they do not realize is that we are here and we will stand up and fight. Every single one of you. We are in this for the long haul. We are not going to roll over and allow our country to be taken away from us. We're not going to allow our country to be stolen away from us. What they thought is they thought we didn't exist. But if you look around, you see the person next to you, and I see the people all the way back there today. Guess what, guys? We do indeed exist. We exist. We exist. Donald Trump didn't need dead people voting for him because he had every single one of you. Every single one of you. This election, the stakes cannot be overstated. We are in a battle for our country's foundational values. We are again at that point that Reagan once talked about it. We are in a time of choosing, where we must decide what type of nation we will be. Will we be a nation of lawlessness and open borders, or will we be a nation of law and order, a nation where the American people are put first, where we are still able to say, God bless America? That is the country I want to live in. That is the country that I love. That is the country that I adore. And that is the country that we are out here today to fight for, to protect, and to defend. And we will win. We will win. They think they've got us going. They think they've got us down. But what they have underestimated in this fight is the heart and dedication and the love for our country we have. America is the greatest nation in the world, but it is made great by the continued activism, the continued work and perseverance of patriots like yourself. And what they realize that we are not taking any off days. The fight is just beginning, and we are in the game for the long haul. We will make America great again. We will keep America great. And Donald Trump will be the president of these United States for 4 more years. Thank you.
How far should President Trump take this?
Well, he should take this all the way to the Supreme Court, as far as he can win. I think what's going on is that everyone is they're dealing with their cognitive dissonance. One side of the country claims that Biden won, but they kind of know he didn't win. It's like he's like the O.J. Simpson of today, where everyone knows he's guilty, but they just kind of want him to win anyway, just to get back at the other side. So right now, I mean, this side is just trying to, like, pretty much waking everyone else to the murder that the Democrats are getting with, of course, with abortion and also with the finances that are trying to destroy the economy. And, you know, people would try to say, oh, well, this is all conspiracy. But I feel like COVID was injected in America to just bring us down underneath China and the rest of the countries so that we can fall behind them and also, you know, continue their gravy train. And right now it just seems like everyone is against Trump because he's stopping their gravy train. And just this crowd is evidence of the fraud. I mean, you did not see this kind of energy for the other side. And force anyone to kind of deny the reality, you have to be dishonest with yourself. You have to. And at the same time, I kind of feel sorry for the other side because all they know is what the media tells them or what the media allows them to know.